Cube is a German bike company that's really popular in its own homeland and has only occasionally been seen in New Zealand, popular in the South Island, not so much in Auckland where there hasn't been a really strong distributorship. They've started to focus on e-bikes a lot more, as a number of European manufacturers have started to do, simply because of the demand. And this range, the touring range, is available in all sorts of configurations, and in many ways represents a new era in the current modern state of the art in e-bikes. And what that really is e-bikes that are just bikes with some electric assist. And you look at this bike, and unless you know what you're looking for, you probably wouldn't even notice that it had a battery and a motor on it. It looks conventional, its geometry is conventional. It's just a really nice bike, and to ride it just feels like a bike. And one of the beauties about the Bosch Active Line Plus that it has is that it enhances that whole feeling of, guys, it's just a bike. It is so natural to ride. It doesn't do anything remarkable. I was happily riding along at kind of 31 point something because it cuts off at 32, and at that level the bike handled beautifully. I never felt any surprises, and the range would be outstanding at that. In fact, as I was riding along, when I was riding in turbo mode, the range estimate that's on this Purion display was going up. So because I was riding near its cutoff, it was feeding less and less power from the battery and more from my legs, but it just felt great. And when I came to little rises, it just gently fed in the power, and it truly flattened out the commute. So the way this one has been set up, and you can get them in all sorts of configurations. It's in a it's in a low bar, kind of low step setup. It's by no means a step through. It is a low step, so you still got to do a bit of gymnastics to get your leg over. If mobility is a concern, then you should really go for a step through design. It's got regular derailleur, and it's got knobbly, wide kind of rail trails type tires on it. So it's been set up as a versatile bike. It would be a great commuter. The roads are a bit damp today, and my feet are still dry thanks to the mud guards. And you could happily take it on any rail trail. There's enough clearance here, as you can see, between the tire and the guards, that it's not going to be a concern if you pick up any stones or whatever. And to buy a bike like this, which sits somewhere around the sort of $4,000 mark, it's an economical consideration. It works well and very versatile, can pretty much go anywhere. The thing with Active Line Plus is that, as I mentioned earlier, it just feels completely natural. There's no surprises with it. It picks up nice and gently, and it'll take you up most hills. It's not a mountain bike. No misconceptions there. If you want to go mountain biking, then don't do it on an Active Line Plus. But for light trails, particularly rail trails or anywhere, it'll take you most places where you want to go. I do love it. It's Active Line Plus. If you look at it on paper, people go, "Oh no, that's the sort of the cheap end of the market. Don't want that." But it's fit for purpose, and one of those things that it then gives you is better range. So the more torque and power you've got, like on the Performance CX motors, you're going to just chew up your battery a whole lot more. So this, for a sort of a gentle, relaxed ride, will give you a whole lot of range. I'd probably run it on turbo most of the time, unless I was on a ride with some people on conventional bikes, then I might dial it down a bit. But if you're commuting or something like that, you just run it on turbo. It's not overpowered at that. I'd suggest you probably comfortably get 45-50 k's on turbo. It's just a really nice bike, and in some ways I was going to say that this is a most unremarkable bike, because it is, and I mean that as a compliment, in that to me it just feels like a good bike, and a solid bike, and one that I could happily just get on, not need any specific training around how to ride an e-bike because it's different or whatever. It isn't. It's just a bike, and a very nice one at that. I want to demonstrate just how quiet this bike is. It's really hardly noticeable at all. There's a bit of traffic noise around, so there's that kind of background hum, and there'll be a bit of tyre noise, but really can't hear a thing from the motor. Can you hear anything? The other purpose of this is to really ride up a little bit of a hill. This is a moderate hill up in McKinnon Drive. On a road bike it's pretty noticeable. You know, you kind of find yourself puffing and grinding here and annoyed that people overtake you on their e-bikes. This is the Active Line Plus, so it's by no means, you know, profiled as a big hill climber, but it's really actually just taking me up this hill. I'm doing 27 or so k an hour. My road bike I'd maybe be doing 12, and you know, it's pretty easy. I'm in a fairly long gear as well. That's 7 of 9. I should really shift, but I'm not going to because I'm holding the camera in my right hand. But yeah, we're just cruising up. No drama at all. No noise coming from the motor. All very, very good.